guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints, masters and minions. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me.
Welcome to Fence Post Politics, the only place for unfiltered, nonsensical, probably fake news that you never asked for. Brought to you by the Burning Daylight Podcast and your host, myself, Matt McKinley, Aaron Ellis, Tim Martin, and Rob Jost. Now let's have a little bit of fun, talk a little politics, and tell a dirty joke or two.
And your college trick magic might have fooled everybody, but you didn't fool nothing on me.
Oh, well, welcome back, everybody. It's been
Fuck
been off for a couple days, and I've kind of had a come around on CU because I don't see CSU as being any better than CU as just being a total waste of space anymore. And at least growing up, I watched CU on TV, so I was a CU fan. I will never be a fan of their fans. Fuck them. They're complete assholes. Fuck them. But if their team is good, I'm gonna watch, and I'm kind of a fan of Deion Sanders. So, he's got those boys humming, and they're gonna beat the fuck out of CSU.
Well, who the fuck couldn't? I think Appalachian State would put it to them right now. I'm sorry for the bitterness here, but Jesus Christ, all I fucking heard, they've doubled their win totals from last year. That's what they fucking done. TCU.
Yeah, it escalated quickly, the obsession with that damn team after two wins.
They fucking started playing like or talking about positive stats after the Broncos loss because people were so goddamn depressed about the Broncos. So TCU lost 15 fucking players. 6 of them got drafted. Quarterback, 2 wide receivers, couple linemen, and quarterback. Not the same fucking team, okay? Fucking, you would think Deion Sanders is the second coming. Like, is the Golden Calf Deion Sanders event going to be before or after Oregon? Because I can't fucking wait till Oregon pushes their shit in. I can't fucking wait.
Get that shit pushed in,
fucking
bro.
Like, boop, 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 boop. They're what are they? SEC team now? Are they ready for primetime? Man, fuck CU. Fuck, man, all fucking week. Jesus Christ, you would have thought that Deion cured cancer or some shit.
See, so it's once again I come back to the point. It's not the team, it's the fans. And fuck the fans because they are complete dirtbags, piece of shit, hippie, not even real hippies, but trust fund hippies. They don't even have any of the principles. They just got the stinky hair and a whole lot more money.
Well, see, that's the trip about Denver. 95% of the CU fans never actually went to fucking CU, and those are the cocksuckers that ask you, "Oh, you're just mad because you didn't get into CU." No, motherfucker. I was a bit at CU, but I wanted to be a decent human being in life, okay? That's all I fucking wanted.
Well, yeah, like I got a scholarship to go to CU.
I had no interest in CU.
It was my backup school.
Honestly, I wanted to go there because of the football team, but there wasn't an ag program, so I didn't go. Like I got in no problem, but it was. And like I was diehard CU fan growing up, and I like even the first game that I watched on TV that as a CSU Ram at the first Mile High Showdown that I watched, I was like I don't know I'm just hoping for a good game because this is my new team versus my old team, whatever. The first game I went to in person, it was the one where we got a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of pictures of like me, you, Rob, Nick, Red, Brad, like, and then we got full beers thrown at us when we walked through the CU parking lot. I was like,
I do remember that.
These guys are fucking dirtbags. So fuck them.
Straight
But
up
I've never had
cocksuckers.
anything against the team. And as a Colorado native, I'm just glad that football's relevant in Colorado right now. And if it wasn't for Coach Prime, football would not be relevant in Colorado right now. Russ Wilson still sucks.
CU is officially the Cubs of college football.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Kinda.
I just want to know how long it's going to be. Like, if the more they win, the sooner Coach Prime goes to some other program, and the sooner that CU becomes shitty again, and we don't have to listen to it anymore. So you got to think of that. I'm more of just a Dion fan at this point. Like, I'm glad that like I said, I'm really glad that football's relevant in Colorado again, even if it is CU. But yeah, I'm just gonna follow Dion wherever he goes. Like, that guy's he's doing pure
something
awesomeness.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
If he's so magical, why don't he just save his own toes, pussy?
Well, he's too.
God wants those toes. Okay.
God wants those toes.
He's too busy putting on style points to worry about. Was it frostbite or was it diabetes that got him on the toes, or was it turf toe?
He's got some kind of issues.
I think it's just strictly his like playing days. He's literally ran so much on his fucking feet for so hard and so long. They're just falling off like the diabetes.
Well, and then he's like, you know what? Fuck them toes. I got shit to do. And it's like, I don't know, man. How do you not like Dion?
That's where I'm conflicted. I love Dion. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But then he goes to that fucking area. Apparently people outside of Boulder don't know fucking Boulder. I don't know about fuck
I don't know. I fuck CU as a school, but I want to see what old Dion does over there. And his kid looks fucking legit too, though. Like that.
I'm
There's
sorry.
3 of them. Like, what's that? Travis Hunter. That kid's a stud.
That kid is insanely good.
His fucking
120
kid,
snaps.
Don't get me wrong. His kid is a good ball player, but the fucking kid has played 2 games at Division I, and you've got Sports Talk Radio putting him in the category of elite quarterbacks. Like, the fucking A. It
is 2 games.
Holy fuck.
I will say though, like, some of the throws he was making are like that's beyond just a good college quarterback. He's pretty fucking good.
2 games, one against a team I would strongly argue was overranked.
Mm-hmm.
And another against Nebraska, who we talked about before, my buddy Ricky. His family's been a Nebraska fan. That was the
easiest bet.
He said the worst team in the past 40 years that his father has fucking seen. The worst.
Yeah.
Like, and then he goes up against CSU, which might be the worst team in the past 100 years of NCAA fucking football.
Yeah. They're so bad.
They're fucking bad, dude.
They're so bad. And I can't believe that they're only a 23-point dog right now. Like, that hammer CU to cover that. Hammer CU to cover that.
All my coworkers who are CU fans are like, well, at least you're getting some press on ESPN. I was like, I don't want your fucking help. Fuck you. I would rather see that place fucking die because money's not coming in than to share an ESPN fucking segment with you at 8 p.m.
Is Dion CU's Jim McElwain? Where like he made us relevant for 1 year and then is he gonna like have to buy himself out of a CU contract to go coach at Florida State? That would be so funny. That would be like the ultimate heel turn. And he's just like, prime time, baby, and just like throwing cash at CU as he's walking out the door.
So then that's what we want. Ugh,
yeah.
We want CU to win. Gosh damn it. I can't. Oh my God. I fucking can't. My mind's about to explode.
Again, just deal with it for 4 months, and then he's gone by December. All right, he's been hired by USC or somebody.
Yeah.
All right,
You want him to run the
over.
table. Like you want him to somehow double penetrate Oregon by himself.
Oh, fucking
you know?
A. No, I can't. I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want Dion and Shadur Sanders DP in the Oregon Duck next week. Like that's the best case scenario as a CSU fan, because let's face it, Cam's dead. Cam is dead for this game. He's don't even roll out Cam. Like you're gonna risk breaking a leg and having to go to the backup Cam. So just don't run Cam this week.
Just go bring a sheep. Go bring a sheep from the ag college.
Yeah, or something. Even tell him bring Ralphie. We don't care, we'll make it it's just call a Ralphie deal, because Buffaloes are cool. Let Ralphie run around the field one time, and because that's not our real field anyways. It's not fucking Hughes Stadium, so fuck him. You don't let the Buffalo run on Hughes Stadium, but the new one, I don't really care. But yeah, just don't get Cam hurt for this game, because it's not worth it. We're gonna get butt fucked, and just let him just be an afterthought as Coach Prime leapfrogs from CU to Florida State or wherever he's going.
Do you think they eat Cam after he gets too old?
Somebody does.
Somebody does.
Guaranteed. I mean,
that's what they do. They don't exactly leave them out to pasture. Right?
Yeah, they don't go Old Yeller. No, it's nope. Get in line, and next thing you know, there's a captive bolt to your head, and you're up on the conveyor chain and into the food chain, whether it be human or dogs. Probably human, but there's. I don't know, those old Rams. That'd probably be more likely dog food.
He doesn't go quietly into the night.
I mean, it's pretty quiet once that captive bolt hits him in the head. It knocks him out pretty good. I mean, that's what it's designed for. Is they go limp and then you cut their throat, so it's painless.
Mommy, what happened to Cam? Oh, we sent him to live on a farm with other sheep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and that's the thing is, if you grow up on a farm or ranch, you just know that eventually that animal that you raised, you're going to eat it. That's just how it is.
And Matt had a lot of dicks on his ranch.
We raised a fuckload of dicks.
Too many dicks.
Speaking of dicks, let me put this little ditty up on the screen, because
is this the lumpy dick? Is this the lumpy dick?
One Mike Lindell was not a fan of this lawyer dick, and my God, this is glorious.
I'm surprised he didn't tell him to fuck off.
Okay, and I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay, that when you say lumpy pillows, now you're an asshole. You got that? You're an asshole. Is what you are. No, he's an asshole. No, he's an ambulance chasing asshole. That's what you are. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. Put that in your book. No, they answer anything, any problem customer that wants to reach Mike Lindell. Those are the ones. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. They send them to here and they go, or they call about maybe they didn't get their pillow on time because of the FedEx or whatever. Well, we'll cover them even though it could be somebody else's fault. Nobody calls because of a lumpy pillow. But good one though.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
What I'm saying.
Obviously, you don't have a My Pillow too. You don't, do you?
What I'm saying is, Mr. Lindell.
Asshole. What? Go ahead. No, I'm pissed.
I understand.
No, go. When you're saying what?
Asshole.
Who knew the line was lumpy pillow? That's his line.
Yeah, I'm 100% on Mike Lindell's side. That guy was being a dick. And like, I want to see what happened before that. Like how many little digs that lawyer got in before he finally snapped, because I bet it wasn't the first time.
I bet he brought up how he was almost filing for
crackhead.
bankruptcy.
People trying to have sex with his pillow, right?
Not with a lumpy one.
I think maybe with the lumpy one.
I mean, some people like the lumpy ones. I don't know. Like, it is a thing, I guess. But
it's like fucking a vagina with a bunch of cysts. Lumpy as fuck.
Lumpy as fuck. Wow, that's gross. That's heinous. And then, oh damn it, this one. I guess we got. I don't have to pay for this article, so I thought I was gonna have to. But the Bobes gets kicked out. She got kicked out.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Apparently,
what?
she's worse than a black chick in a movie theater.
Okay.
The black chicks were like, "Get this bitch out of here."
What day was this? Because I went to go see Beetlejuice on Sunday, and I might have been there. I might have been there.
So this was ejected from the musical this week after she was accused of vaping, singing, recording the show, and being disrupted during the performance. Sunday night showing.
I was there. Oh man, I would have. If I would have. Did you see the dress?
Are you the Karen that reported the boat?
Oh, he so was.
And there's no way. If I would have saw her, I would have followed her.
You're a fucking Karen.
Look at the dress she wore, and there's no fucking way I would have reported her. I would have just. Whew, she looked good.
Okay, here we go. We got surveillance.
She looks like she's ready to fuck.
Well, she just got divorced, so she probably is.
So you know what? I'm in this shot right here. I'm up in the right corner. Can you see my bald head? Yes.
Right over here?
So
right there.
Right at the top. Nope. Go up or to the left. This way.
Over here?
Left. Stage left. Stage left. Stage left. Yep, keep on going. Keep on. Nope. Stage left. Stage left. The other way. Lefty loosey. Where? No, like in the. Go back towards the. Go into the crowd.
This is stupid.
Go into the crowd. Okay, now go up.
Now,
go up. Go up. Go up. Keep on going. Keep on going. Right there. I'm somewhere there. I didn't see it.
There is a very bright spot right there.
That's probably my head.
Oh shit, that's funny. And so here they are down here. There's the Bobes. They're talking to her.
Telling her to shut the fuck up.
Is this guy might be proposing to her? He's like, "You're so fucking hot. I gotta escort you out of here, but will you marry me?"
I love you.
Oh, that dress is killer.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed that I missed it in person.
Yeah, she's
license and reg.
Holy shit.
Ooh. Show them your titties.
She is
so
dumb.
I take
You look
back
pretty
what
drunk.
I said. Well, yeah, I'm sure.
She gets
You stumbling.
When she walks out, she gets a little fucking sass.
Whoa.
Yep, give a little sass.
I take it back.
Here you go.
I know the other week I said the chick from where is she, South Carolina, that was in on the alien hearing, I thought she was hotter than Bobert. I take that back.
No.
I take that back.
No,
I rescind that statement.
Large Marge is still better looking. I'm gonna go. Yep.
Oh my god, get that man out of here, bro.
Called it, Aaron. I called it.
You did call it.
That was a U.S. Congresswoman right there.
Rob just wants her to break his dick so bad.
Well, I mean, I'm a fan of Large Marge myself. I would have a go at it, but god damn, Bobes is.
So go to the shot when they're about to. She gets the finger going.
Oh
She's
yeah.
telling him something. She gets it like, and then she gets a little twirl by her man escort. Yep, they're
Here we go.
when they're walking away. It's a little. You were terrific tonight, honey. Let me twirl you. Oh yeah, she's.
Oh,
that guy,
yeah.
that lucky
Those
bitch.
No way. Those are real tits. Not a chance.
Oh no.
Okay, play it from here. She gets some sass going. What do you think she's saying?
Saying go fuck yourself.
So I'm gonna.
Do you know
tweet
who I
about you
am?
So hard.
You don't know me.
Oh, maybe it was in a different shot.
There was the go back like a little bit. Go back. No. That you're too far.
Just let it run. I kind of want to watch her
All right,
walk.
we're gonna. All right, so there's escort now.
Sir, you can't put your finger in this lady's ass, okay?
Urban Meyer's there too. There's Urban Meyer and the Bobes.
Fucking cleaning up. Yep, little sass.
She's like, I'm a U.S. Congresswoman.
Apparently she was yelling, "Do you know who I am?" Read.
Yeah,
Your
Congressman
she was
Titsman.
I'll be contacting the mayor.
Yeah, she's laying down the sass now. Do you think she said you're arrested?
The mayor who is Hancock still the mayor of Denver?
No.
Mike Johnston.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm guessing the mayor hates this chick.
Gosh,
Son
damn.
of
Yep,
a
there it is.
bitch.
There it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh.
Is she flipping the bird?
I do what I want.
Oh, she did.
Whatever.
She flipped the bird. Look at that.
Ma'am, I will so let you fuck me.
Yep. That's the bird.
That poor usher.
It's hard to.
Ma'am, I'm just doing my job. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Oh, Bobes. She is so white trash, but she is so hot. She's like the chick from Joe Dirt. She's just like so trashy, but so hot at the same time.
Oh yeah, if what was her name? Jamie something. If she was younger, she would play Bobes in a movie. I feel like Jamie Presley.
Yeah, Jamie Presley.
Yep.
I think that's who.
What the hell happened to her?
Yeah,
She got old.
Probably meth, if I had to guess. If she lived up to the stereotype, probably meth. So, but they just kicked her out. So it's really not a big story, but pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny as shit. Also, what I thought was funny as shit. I sent this to you, Aaron, but compliments of the Libertarian Party. The LNC seeks to protect America with conservatorships for President Joe Biden and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Washington, D.C., September 12, 2023. The Libertarian National Committee has taken urgent action to protect the interests of the American population with imminent plans to file for conservatorships of President Joe Biden and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. The clear incapacitation, mental lapses, and deficiencies in decision-making that are clearly observable in numerous recent and well-publicized instances necessitate these actions. Both subjects' ability to receive and evaluate information effectively, make decisions, and to communicate are impaired to such an extent that they lack the capacity to represent themselves or the interest of Americans. as neither the men themselves nor either of the dominant political parties will take action to remove President Biden or Senate Minority Leader McConnell. The only party of principle, the Libertarian Party, feels it is its obligation to move forward on this issue. One of the most insulting and infuriating things in American politics is the financial tyranny inflicted upon us by the geriatric elites. These people have squatted in public office for decades, amassing massive wealth from lobbyists, super PACs, and tax dollars, while the average American feels the pain of inflation and watches their savings dwindle. Apparently, 50 years of public...
You went hard on the just sound on geriatric. I thought it was going to be another noun.
Yeah.
No.
The impression of the Robs.
we got plenty of time for a couple other hard J's. Apparently 50 years of public service is not enough for some of these people, and they stubbornly refuse to pass the torch, even though they are no longer fit for service. Elected officials like Joe Biden and Mitch McConnell exhibit regular and very public episodes of embarrassing disorientation, mental confusion, and stroke symptoms. These men and others like them, like Dianne Feinstein and John Fetterman, are not well enough to be left alone in the house all day. How are they well enough to govern our lives and spend our tax dollars, said Libertarian National Committee Chair Angela McArdle. Fucking bravo. Libertarians, as a party, they don't do much of note very often, but fucking well said. That is fucking ridiculous that those two are 1 and 3 most important men in the most powerful government on earth.
I mean, Uncle Corn Pop is getting so senile, he's cracking jokes at a 9/11 remembrance.
Right. Well, same thing. How he was like, "Oh yeah, I know a bunch of kids just burned to death out here, but I almost had my Corvette burned down one time."
Hey, enjoy, fuckers! I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, back to Tahoe. I don't know why I got the George W.
I don't either. I don't either.
They're kind of the same.
You just gotta get it in there.
Well, I just love it how I'm guessing the same crowd that hated George Bush probably likes Biden. And the big knock on Bush was that he was a puppet, but yet can't see the puppetry of what's happening now. It's interesting.
Well, the sad thing is like they've somehow managed to get people to fight each other over Donald Trump and Joe Biden, as if those are the only two options there ever were. And it's just like, somehow we all know that's who the choices are going to be, even though you have the option to vote for somebody else. Like, but that's just like what's being rammed down our throat, as if there's no other choice but Joe Biden, because he's the only one that can beat Donald Trump, and then Republicans got to vote for Donald Trump because he's the only one that can beat the Democrats.
You know why? Because none of the young people want to deal with the old cranky ass boomers that are the fucking primary voters.
Yeah,
they're the fucking like my dad's in this category. Love him to goddamn death. But if I had to go to one more fucking primary night with him, I would have fucking just blown my brains out. Like, it's fucking god awful.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's and it's also insane. Is like there's like some very real, like, spooky shit that goes on all the time that just gets glossed over because we're worried about Trump's 500th indictment and how he might influence the how he might break his gag order or whatever, about tweeting mean shit to the judges and the prosecutors, which I'm not saying is right, but like,
is this America?
the New Mexico governor just decided to suspend a constitutional right because she just felt that she had the right to do so. She just oh no, I'm just going to declare an emergency and take away your rights.
I've never seen an executive order.
I can do that, and sometimes the Constitution is not.
I've never seen an executive order have so much backlash from both sides.
Well, right, because she just declared herself above the Constitution.
Even the ACLU stepped in.
David Hogg, that fucking shill for moms, the mom anti-gun group. He's like the Parkland shooting survivor. That guy's a fucking tool. And even he was like, yeah, you can't do that. That's not good. Like,
whoa, no.
Well, and then she doubled down because the sheriff and the DA and the prosecutors and everybody in that county said we're not enforcing this. And she's like, well, I'm calling in state police then. And you bitch are trying to start a civil war in your own goddamn state. That is no joke. You are stepping towards a civil war.
No,
that is did you not see the armed protest in Albuquerque?
What are they going to do? They're going to sit there and bitch and moan, and then that's it.
Isn't it?
I have a different opinion on that deal.
Until they try to arrest somebody for open carrying.
And then they go to jail, and that's it. All right.
But doesn't a civil war require more than one person against everybody else, though? Who else?
Not going to be a civil war.
I haven't heard of anybody on her side elected.
I'm on her side. I'll be on her side. I'll say it right now. All right.
Okay.
I'm okay with what they do, but that's just because, I wish that we went back to the old view of the Second Amendment, which was that you didn't have a right to own anything. It had to do with your militia. But, we've been going through this concept that everybody has a right to own whatever the fuck they want, and it's stupid. All right. But that's my view of the Second Amendment. So
okay, but does the Constitution allow a governor to suspend a constitutional right?
Well, I haven't looked up exactly what she's done, but to my opinion is she can do whatever the fuck she wants when it's something that you don't have a right to have anyways. I don't think the Second Amendment gives you a right to own a gun. So if they're saying you can have an executive order saying you can't buy guns or own a gun for 30 days or whatever it is, it's not much different than a lot of these kind of whatever restrictions on if you're somebody with let's say a domestic violence restraining order or something like that. You can't have a gun for 30 days, whatever. It's
but they haven't committed
kind of similar to that,
nobody's committed a crime though.
You don't need to. You don't have a right to own a gun, so you can stop. You can say you don't have a right to own a gun. That's just that's just my view of the Second Amendment. I don't think it has any.
That's your opinion, but that has been struck down by the courts.
Yeah, that's wrong. That was 20 years ago.
Multiple times.
So what's the definition of an arm?
No,
what's the definition of an arm?
Now it started 20 years ago, the DC versus Heller decision, which completely revised the way that we look at the Second Amendment. And then it's been going from that point ever since. And it's, to me, I come from a different view of what the Second Amendment actually says. And it's, it doesn't say you have the right to own anything. It says, the well-regulated militia, being necessary for the security of free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms should not be infringed. What the fuck does owning a gun have anything to do with that? Nothing. It's it had the ability to defend yourself against that's part of it.
Government.
What
tyrannical government are you talking about here? And what gun are you talking about? Nothing. You're just
the governor of New Mexico who just decided on a whim that you no longer have that Second Amendment.
What is she doing? That's not tyranny. They're not fighting. They're not taking and entering into a city and arresting 1,000 people or whatever it is that you're talking about. You need a gun to defend against.
Arms.
Right?
What's your definition? What's your definition of arms
by the Supreme Court of the United States?
Yeah, the stupid that was a 5-4 decision from 20 years ago. It was wrong, and it's still wrong, and that's where we've been going on it, right? Like
it was a 6-3 decision last year.
5-4.
That
5-4
down.
Right?
That struck down the New York State Pistol Association.
God, that was so stupid. That was don't even get me started on that decision. But like,
is it?
But it all. Right.
Is it not a legitimate ruling by the Supreme Court of the United States of a fucking America?
So was Roe versus Wade until about a year ago, and everybody's fine with it, or some people are fine with that, some people are not. That doesn't mean anything.
Rob, that was 30 years ago. In your logic, it doesn't matter. That was 30 years ago.
What I'm saying is that for 200 years, we had a view of the Second Amendment that meant that you can only keep and bearing arms had to do with your ability to raise and sustain a militia, which owning a gun for your own personal protection against your neighbor has nothing to do with, and it never did. And, you know, if the founding fathers were alive today, they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You didn't have a right to own a gun back in 1783, and you didn't have a right to own a gun now. Again, that's my opinion.
Then why didn't they pass laws to ban guns back then?
They did. For 200 years, they did. D.C. had a gun ban for at least 40 years. Chicago had a gun ban. You know, the state of New York had a
to stop black people from owning guns.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's a different issue.
Guns.
All right? That's a different issue. Let's not conflate racist crap to what the actual Second Amendment actually says. All right,
Rob doesn't want black people to defend themselves. That's what Rob stands.
What I'm saying is that in this case, well, at least for the New York, where this New Mexico governor is saying that, to me, you don't have a right to own a gun. So she can say, just like you don't have a right to buy, a car. You can say, hey, nobody's allowed to drive cars right now. Like, you could do that. I don't care. Like, you can argue about the policy all you want. I think it's a stupid policy. I agree. I think that's dumb. But that doesn't mean that she didn't have the right to do it.
Hey, Rob,
okay, hold on.
Do you own a gun, Rob?
Is the governor of a state beholden by the Constitution of said state?
Yeah,
and the laws that...
Again, to my opinion, and in my legal opinion, the Second Amendment does not give you a right to own a gun. It just doesn't.
Okay,
right?
But the New Mexico state Constitution and laws and
which is the same as the Second Amendment, right?
No, they say that they're like open carry is specifically in their law. Concealed carry is specifically in their law.
So now we're talking about this. All right. I haven't read the New York thing, but that's
hold on. Rob, do you own a gun, Rob?
Yes.
Like,
do you drive a car?
Rob,
do you have a couch? Rob, like, what does it matter?
I don't own a gun, and I think you have the right to own a gun. Okay.
I drive a car. I don't think you have a right to drive a car.
So if you really believe in this argument, you should get rid of your gun, Rob.
Why?
Because
I don't have a right to. I don't have a right to do a lot of things. That doesn't mean that I can't do it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, do you have a right to own a car? No, but I still own one.
You don't think it's a little hypocritical?
You do have the right to own the car.
No, you don't.
If you buy the car, you have the right to own it.
No, but like you can. The government can say nobody can buy cars anymore.
For it,
all right. Like that's different. That's property rights. That's property rights. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're talking about a constitutional right. Like, I have to be allowed to own a car. No, I don't. The government could ban the cars if they wanted to.
I bought it. I exchanged money for it.
Yeah. But if they said no longer, like, cars are now banned from ownership, they could take it away from you. They could. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. They just aren't doing that because why would they do that? That's just
specifically
dumb, right?
The government cannot. Specifically in the Constitution, the government cannot pass a law that says you cannot own a gun because the Second Amendment says.
Like I said, I think the Second Amendment doesn't say that. It doesn't say you have a right to own a gun. It just doesn't.
The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
And what does your ability owning a gun for self-defense have anything to do with the establishment of a well-regulated militia? Doesn't. All right.
If you go back to the Federalist Papers, the argument is the militia is the people.
The militia is basically whatever kind of armed group that you have. That you owning a gun in your home to protect yourself from a neighbor is not that. And that was the jurisprudence for 200 years, up until 2008 when the Heller decision came down. And they're basically like, nope, that was wrong.
It was a bunch of farmers with guns and pitchforks that started a militia that overthrew the King of England that started this country in the first place, and which is why they preserved the right to keep and bear arms. Like when
not to defend yourself against your neighbor. All right, that's not the same.
Brits,
right?
When the Brits started confiscating guns, is when the people started fighting back.
Okay, but what are you talking? What does that have to do with owning a handgun?
And Concord, they were going to seize an ammunition storehouse.
They can do that now. All right, what are you talking about?
Arms. It does not specify what kind of arms.
It doesn't specify that you. It says that it has to do with a well-regulated militia, which owning a gun in self-defense has nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Rob would be so happy under a king. It's not even fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, you would be so fucking at home with the king. You fucking would, dude.
You don't get to say that. Right.
That's the difference, man.
Right.
You would be
owning
having
so a gun. All right, to defend yourself against some crazy neighbor is not the same as rising up against the tyrannical government. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what the view was for a long, long time. All right, and we have shifted that view to thinking that you owning a gun because you're scared that your neighbor is gonna rob you. All right, is the same as owning a gun to be able to. Hey, the government is infringing on my freaking, whatever. Like they're trying to invade us. All right, we need to protect ourselves from that government. That's not the same. That's not the same thing. All right?
Rob,
and that's what I'm trying to say.
We're trying to protect ourselves from our pool cleaners coming over at 9:30 at night. Okay, that's what we're trying to fucking do.
George Washington did not give a shit about that. All right, and I'm saying, and that's what a lot of people on my view. The thing is. We have twisted the Second Amendment to say something that totally does not say anymore.
Okay. All right. So now let's throw Second Amendment argument out. Okay. I don't think we're gonna go anywhere on that. Okay. So now let's say she restricted assembly of any kind in the county that she did the same thing on this restricted gun access. All right, so she says now you can't have a public protest. You can't have a meeting if you're not a government official. Like you can't have a gathering of 5 or more people, and this is for safety. Would you agree with that? Does she have the right to do that?
I mean, again, as a lawyer, especially like a constitutional lawyer. You would have to look at what exactly she is doing and how that's related to safety. All right. And there's actual ways that you can argue that there's such thing as, under legal terms, it's called strict scrutiny, where you have to basically say the law is narrowly tailored to achieve a compelling state interest. I don't know how the New Jersey governor, New Mexico governor can talk about that when it comes to something as vague as assembly. I'm not sure how safety is accomplished like that. I can see how the argument can be made about guns, all right, and how you can make an argument that it's compelling state interest that you're restricting guns for 30 days because of I think the issue was mass shootings in the state, all right, is, you could at least make the argument. I don't think you can make the argument about freedom of assembly. I think that there was, again, your apples and oranges comparison here, all right, for trying to decide whether or not it's okay to suspend even a constitutional right. You could theoretically do that. It's if you can make the kind of the strict scrutiny case that the Supreme Court has used previously. Like we did it before, when it comes to freedom of association, like we jailed Japanese internment people for during World War II. And the Supreme Court at the time said, totally okay. Not a First Amendment violation at all. Because the government was able to argue that it passed the strict scrutiny test, that this was, this very specific situation involving spies of the people who, worked for Japan and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that was the right argument, or I'm not saying that was right, but I'm saying that you can feasibly do that. And it has been done before,
Rob,
from a government standpoint.
Rob, when are you moving to England?
Never. I don't know why you have to bring that up. Like, what does England have to do with this? All right.
Kings and queens.
We got we got a wannabe king that wants to be elected president, right now. I think we have more things to worry about than.
And you wouldn't want to argue for bearing arms?
So that I can get myself shot by the U.S. government? Sure. All right. Like, I don't know. I'm not advocating like let's make sure that we are all on the same page here. I own a gun. I very much enjoy shooting a gun. I very much believe in the ability to protect yourself with a gun. I just don't believe that the Second Amendment says that we can't regulate guns at all, like what the current kind of argument that is being thrown out the last like 10 years has just been more and more and more ability or less and less ability for governments to do anything about guns. And to me, that's dangerous. I think that we have the ability to do that. I wish we got away from this view, but
yeah, we gotta make sure the kings decide for us.
I wish we'd get away from this view that these elected officials, particularly an executive branch, like have just decide they have this power to. Everything's an emergency now, so like I'm just going to declare an emergency.
That's fair. Fair enough.
And you know what? We can take this New Mexico governor out of it. We can take Trump out of it. We can take Biden out of it. We can go back to George W. Bush. There is still a national emergency for international terrorism declared that has been passed every year or renewed since 2001. The Patriot Act has been renewed by every single president since we've been able to vote. It was passed by Bush. It was renewed by Obama and then Trump. And then I don't know if Biden's had a chance to renew it yet or whatever, but
he can't really read.
It's still there. And that was all due to an emergency power. COVID shit got out of hand because of a national emergency. Like these Democrat states the governors turned into fucking tyrants because of emergency powers.
That's a little harsh.
Like, I wish we'd get away from that. Is it?
Kinda. Like
Texas.
Gavin Newsom is not a tyrant. All right. Like you can disagree with how those things have played out, but for the most part, there's not exactly the epiphany of whatever the equivalent of tyranny going on. All right, because you have to wear a mask inside a building.
No, when the little shops in Koreatown and whatnot were shut down, but his fucking vineyard was open. That's a tyrant.
And your job,
it wasn't his vineyard. That was him at a restaurant whatever what it was.
No, his vineyard never shut down. His vineyard was open. The vineyard where he got caught without a mask was another vineyard that was allowed to be open because they were friends, and I'm sure they donated heavily to his campaign.
You peasants.
When the mayor of Denver said don't travel, don't fucking travel because bitch. COVID's gonna get you, the Roni's gonna get you, and then he's on a
and then he goes traveling. Yeah, I get like we can go through different hypocritical. That's not tyrant. That's not tyranny. That's totally different. Come on, that's way too harsh.
What would you call that?
When you expect
hypocrisy
your constituents to abide by a rule, but you can go do what you want, that is tyrant shit.
Well, he didn't. Here's the thing: like, it's not like
you're taking away their freedoms, but you have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Well, what are we talking about here? Are you talking about when the mayor suggested that people don't fly around, and he went and flew around? Like, he didn't at the time that he shut down everything, he started flying around for whatever kind of stuff. Let's not confuse what he's doing. Him suggesting to people, "Hey, let's do this," while he's on the back end. That's just hypocrisy, and everybody's a hypocrite. I'm not gonna be like throwing the shit at him just because of stuff like that. I'm not agreeing with. I think that looks bad, and I think it's stupid. I don't know, and I think he caught himself in something dumb. But to sit around and call him a tyrant is, I think a little harsh.
Rob, right? You're gonna be the best king ball washer they have ever seen in history.
Like ball gargler. Fuck, dude.
So hold on.
How does that boot taste? God damn.
Side note. As a Jewish ball washer of the king,
easy.
Are you only allowed to wash circumcised penises?
I guess it wouldn't matter. To think about that.
Thank you, Rob.
I mean, I guess one's cleaner. If you want to think of it that
way. It looks bigger. It just looks bigger. I love it how we can get in these heated arguments and still fucking be friends. Hey, Rob,
that's like the thing, man. We can all have a different freaking view and still be buds. All right, like
Rob, when you're the ball washer, can you put in a good word for me? I'll even be the ass.
go
wiper.
fuck
I don't even
yourself.
fucking care.
All right, so let's talk about this Virginia chick.
What are we talking about?
Love you, Rob.
Fucking hate you.
Virginia House Democrat candidate performs sex online with husband for tips.
Ooh.
Yes.
This was actually. I'll continue on here because I'd made a prediction earlier. Democrat
and
running
I'm
for
sorry,
official seat.
her sob story on this is fucking ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Like,
yeah,
it's
really
public.
fucking stupid.
She fucking put it out there.
Yeah. And now she's like trying to say it's revenge porn.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Democrat running for a crucial seat in Virginia's House of Delegates performed sex acts with her husband for live online audience, encourage viewers to pay them with tips for specific requests, according to online videos viewed by the Washington Post. Susanna Gibson, a nurse practitioner and a mother of 2 young children, running in a highly competitive suburban Richmond district, streams sex acts on Chatterbait, a platform that says it takes its name from the act of masturbating while chatting online. It's a pun, folks. It's a dick pun.
Punny me, punny you.
Chatterbait videos are streamed live on that site and are often archived on other publicly available sites. More than a dozen videos of the couple captured from the Chatterbait stream were archived on one of those sites, Reekerbait, in September 2022 after she entered the race. So she, they were doing this, and then I wonder how old these videos are. Like if she decided to run for office and she's like, oh fuck, we got all those old videos and she archived them, or if like she was on Chatterbait right up until she declared and then she's like, oh, better shut this off.
Spread your lips, honey.
It is unclear when the live stream occurred. While still listed on the Reekerbait, those videos are no longer available for viewing. Damn it! That would have been our.
I would have.
That would have been our. That would have been our Patreon segment for the week if they. After a Republican operative alerted the Washington Post about them, but the videos remain live on another non-password protected site, which the Post viewed. At least 2 other publicly available sites displayed explicit still photos from the videos the Post confirmed. All right, so they're still out there. We can find, but we got a Patreon segment.
Can you imagine the reporters are like, oh, we got a story here. A representative has some pornography. Oh, I got that, Chief. I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
Yeah, and they're like, is she MAGA? Is she MAGA? I definitely got that one. Please let her be MAGA. I'm
gonna angry jerk off to her.
You got to be careful with the Democrat women running for office anymore. Like they could be like 400 pounds with purple hair. They could be a dude. I don't know.
What does she look like?
Like kind of hot.
Oh, Bobes, come on. You know you want to.
Man, get them 2 on Chatterbait.
That would be awesome.
Like, let them do a debate / girl on girl scene on Chatterbait, also on C-SPAN.
They do the debate first, and then they move over into it. Yep.
Yeah, and like the debates on C-SPAN, and then it transitions into Chatterbait. for
a debate on C-SPAN that turns into a master debate. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. A master chatter debate. Master Chatterbait. Let's see. Gibson 40 can be seen in the videos soliciting tips for performing specific acts in apparent violation of Chatterbait's terms and conditions. Those folks at Chatterbait, you know, they're all about their image. You know, like you can't do that. You gotta hold to the brand line. You know, can't do that shit on Chatterbait. Get out of here. Which say requesting or demanding specific acts for tips may result in a ban from the platform for all parties involved. In at least 2 videos, she tells viewers she is raising money for a good cause.
Bet.
I can see what that is.
In multiple videos, Gibson interrupts sex acts to type into a bedside computer. Speaking directly into the screen, she urges viewers to provide tips, which are paid through tokens purchased through the site. In at least 2 videos, she agrees to perform certain acts only in a private room, an arrangement that requires the viewer to pay more. What were the specific acts? She did anal. I bet she did.
Oh,
anal.
yeah.
Side note, we've all seen porn here. I feel like.
Yeah.
I've never felt the urge like to go onto those live cam shows.
Yeah, you gotta like really
And,
like that person to
Yes.
to get into that.
I think
I don't get it.
Even if Bobes was up there, I think I would just take whatever she was given.
I don't know,
You know,
Large
I'm not
Marge.
I'm not,
I might change my mind on that one.
Rob's like,
Nailed it. 2 for 2 on the predictions.
Rob would be like, hey, Marge, can you crush that watermelon between your legs right now?
Rob,
Do 2 watermelons.
Marge,
2.
would you let her peg you?
That's a long
I mean,
pause,
gently,
Rob.
but yes. All right.
That's a fucking long pause.
I don't know if Marge knows how to be gentle.
Yeah, if it's rough, then no, I can't go with that. All right.
Dude, you're going to be
She
shitting
just, like-
pancakes for a week.
You'd prolapse so fast if Marge got a hold of you.
Yeah, she's got a big dick. So what? Did we kill Matt?
Matt is done.
This episode is more than I could have ever hoped for.
Oh, fuck.
Almost immediately as tips begin to arrive, she says thank you 5 times and tells her husband she will agree to that act. She got her ass blown out on camera.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're trying to say.
Shit on his chest.
Gibson takes the lead in addressing viewers on videos viewed by the Post, but in one case, her husband, an attorney, chimes in with, "Come on, guys," to echo her entreaties for tips.
The fuck, guys.
Come on, guys. What the fuck? In the written statement, Gibson called the exposure of the videos an illegal invasion of my privacy designed to humiliate me and my family. It won't intimidate me and it won't silence me. She's loud when she's getting her ass plowed out on camera, so you won't silence her.
Good for her. You do you.
My political opponents and their Republican. It'd been so much better if she was a Republican.
Yes, it would have.
That would have been great.
And their Republican allies have proven they're willing to commit a sex crime to attack me and my family because there's no line they won't cross to silence women when they speak. I love how they threw the feminist part in there too. It's on the internet, woman. Like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, people like porn. If you're in a porn and you're running for office, it's probably gonna come out.
And I'm sorry.
Ask Hunter Biden. That shit's gonna happen.
What, like, there's plenty of porn stars that have ran for office. I don't know why this is,
I don't.
She needs
I
to follow
really
that
don't
route.
care.
And how old is she? She's probably 40, right?
40.
Yeah.
40.
So
right
she's been around social media long enough. Like, we're at the point where if you put something on the internet and you say ignorance about, like, oh, I didn't know this would be out there, you can't use that argument anymore. Like,
No.
this isn't boomer days.
Did it say here? I wasn't necessarily paying attention. How long ago were these live streams? Like,
it's undetermined. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't know if it like she filed and then be like, oh fuck, I got my ass blown out on camera a couple of years ago. I better archive that. Or was it like a week before? I don't know.
Cocaine.
I mean, was she trying to get some money to raise for the campaign? Like,
oh, now how would that fall under the
Campaign
FEC
finance?
filings? Yeah, like
they're gonna have to look into that
on the show, Rob. This is why we have you on the show.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. If I do anal on camera for tips, do I have to file that under my FEC?
That's a good question.
Just pull what your dad said. You had a barbecue and you don't know who the fuck's tipping.
And your campaign lawyer or your campaign finance lawyer's like, deep throat's good, anal is a little iffy. It's a little iffy. Isn't it hilarious how all the whores from high school are now congresswomen?
Are you really surprised? Are you surprised?
No, not at all. But it's funny how it kind of hit me the other day. It's like, that's a whore from high school. That's a whore from high school. That's a whore from high school. And they're all in like fairly high positions of power. And you're like, holy shit. I bet she fucks good.
Yeah, feminist. You fucking feminist, you won. You won.
You won. Yeah, you got us on that one.
I mean, she needs to take this and like not be so mad about it, but run with it. Like,
I know. I thought the same thing with that chick from California that had like the thruple or whatever. With
Wait,
just own it. Like, you're in the Democrat Party. Anything goes anymore. Fuck,
what's
man.
like boomer question of the night? What's a thruple?
It's a 3-person couple
deal.
Oh,
yeah.
So you, Nick, and Katie together, right?
Oh,
But
Rob, don't you dare put that fucking image in my head.
It's a menage, but like not a one time.
I don't think you have to be. You don't have to do it all at the
it's a
same
whole-
time. You're just like part of each other, I guess.
I would not let
Right,
that
but, like, they're
disgusting
all-
V-neck sweatered motherfucker touch my wife.
you wouldn't let him rub his insanely thick chest hair all over Katie's face.
You know what? I'd have to go first because
Getting that
she'd be
swamp
covered
ass
in
right in her face.
she'd be covered in rug burn by the time I got to her. Fucking
She's just like pink and splotchy after Nick is done.
Fucking damn it.
it was really weird. He didn't let me touch him. He just jerked off in the corner.
I still got splotchy somehow.
He's got an aura about him. I just break out in hives.
I feel like Nick's got some Greek in him, you know. Like he is awfully hairy.
He's straight up English inbred.
Yeah,
They're real hairy.
I don't know why this chick is going like the obviously like she's trying to go victim route where like she's calling it a sex crime, but like if it's on the internet, that's I mean, yeah,
legal.
Yeah, it's not
like
it's
she
not
needs to take the step from the porn stars and be like, yeah, fucked on
right,
camera.
that's
What's
what
wrong
I'm
with
saying.
that? Right? Like,
Yeah, and the thruple chick, she retired after, like resigned,
Yep.
and I was like, "You're in the Democrat Party, like you can be whatever you want, just go do it." Like they're not gonna, like unless you had some other weird shit in the background that's gonna make him look bad, like that. You've got, you have mayors being spanked by drag queens nowadays, like. Kind of everything's fair game. Like this seems pretty mild, you know. I don't.
I only see a picture of her. She's pretty damn hot. I mean,
I know. She's not a knockout, but she's not unattractive by any means. Like she's pretty good looking.
Doable.
I don't know what the dog over here is. It's also seems
I hope he's not part of the show.
Maybe that's why they're not. That's why there's no screenshots.
So then that might be a problem.
So
Right.
Matt,
Yeah.
speaking of sexy time, since we're on the subject,
Mm-hmm.
would you pull up the Steven Seagal song I sent you? Because I could see this being played in the background.
Let's see.
Let me see if I can find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Here's one. I honestly want to get your thoughts on this, Rob, because it's a strange one.
Christopher, there's a presidential race going on right now. Are you going to vote in 2024? What do you think is going to happen?
My vote is useless. I think Biden's better than Trump because he sends rockets to Ukraine.
In support of Ukraine, you mean?
Hell Ukraine, hell Azov.
Christopher, there's a
Who was that?
Be
Fed.
It was
Fed.
He's definitely a Fed, but
Or he's in cahoots with feds.
well, so there was, it was some, I think it was supposed to be outside like Disney or somewhere, but it's somewhere in Florida. There was this supposed white supremacist rally, and it appears that they actually are white supremacist. I mean, that's a blinged out swastika he's got on his chest.
My vote is useless. I think Biden's better than Trump because he sends rockets to Ukraine.
All right,
He's not a very good actor.
This guy over here was a Ukrainian citizen that got deported from Ukraine.
And now he's here.
I guess he was an American citizen, went to Ukraine, became a Ukrainian citizen, and then they deported him. And but he went back there in like 2014 to fight with the Azov battalion, and claims to have been paid by the CIA. And and then this guy
In support of Ukraine, you mean?
Hell Ukraine, hell Azov.
Heil, is he saying Heil Ukraine? I can't hear it.
Yeah. Heil Ukraine, Heil
That's a winner.
Azov. Yeah, that's a Fed. If I've ever seen, that's a Fed. That
Well,
I don't know if he's FBI or CIA or who knows? Who the fuck knows what agency he works for? But he works for an agency.
You know all those history channels when they have a white supremacist rally. Do you ever remember them being masked up?
Yeah, I don't get that part.
I thought they were pretty proud of what they thought, and it's just this is the new trend. It's
I think that they look cool wearing those masks. I mean,
well, it started with the Antifa fucks. They were always the ones that covered their face, and then during COVID, like everybody had a mask on, and then so it was like Antifa and Proud Boys, and they were all wearing masks and fucking all stupid too. By the way, fuck them all. I don't care if this guy works for a Fed or not. Fuck that guy, but. Yeah, it's fucking wild. And then we had this one here. I sent this to you, Aaron, but I think Zelensky is getting things are getting pretty desperate over in Ukraine. But where was so they were asking him about the counteroffensive. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has this week been busy advancing this as a key talking point, telling CNN's Fareed Zakaria on Sunday his country waited too long to start the counteroffensive. The reason he blames the West for forcing its military leaders to wait so long for the necessary weaponry and equipment. We waited too long. It's true. I'm thankful to the partners, the United States, the EU, other partners. Zelensky said, I'm thankful very much to President Biden and to Congress, but we have to understand we waited too long. They put mines.
You know what pisses me off about this whole thing? It's always like the United States waited too long. Where the fuck is the rest of Europe if they're so fucking concerned about this shit?
I know. Did you see that Germany, and don't get me wrong, I think it's probably a good thing that Germany decided not to go ahead and spend all their money on military, but
have we
it's just
seen
like
that movie before? Have we seen that movie before?
I think I don't want to
Twice.
I don't want another iteration of it, really.
No trilogy, please.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like classic NATO. Like we just supply everything, and like you have to admit, like that's one thing Trump got right. He's like, why the fuck are you guys not paying for anything over here? And so we spend like somewhere up around $140 billion, whether it be in weaponry or paying their government salaries and pensions. But it's never enough. But you wasted all your artillery on this one city that means little or nothing. We've depleted our arsenal, so to the point that we had to send cluster munitions over there, which we a year ago said would, if Russia used them, that'd be a war crime, possible war crime. But yeah, we got to the point in our arsenal where we had to send cluster munitions over there, and now he's like, if you pull out, I can't tell you what all these Ukrainian migrants and refugees in Western Europe are going to do. They might get crazy. I don't know. All right. And I honestly don't blame this guy, because if he doesn't win, he's either exiled somewhere, or he's going to get hung by the Russians, or he's going to get hung by the neo-Nazis in his own fucking government. One way or the other. That he's going to get hung by somebody, or he's going to end up in exile if they don't win. And so I don't blame him. But how we said, curtailing aid to Ukraine will only prolong the war, and it would create risk for the West in its own backyard. There is no way of predicting how the millions of Ukrainian refugees in European countries would react to their country being abandoned. Ukrainians have generally behaved well and are very grateful to those who sheltered them. They will not forget that generosity, but it would not be a good story for Europe if it were to drive those people into a corner. Not the best sales pitch if you're wanting more money, not the best sales pitch.
It's fucked up.
All right, put on the.
To be clear, there are a lot of racist fucks in Eastern Europe, so it's not that surprising.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying but I'm saying like that dude's dead because he's a Jew, and there's a lot of neo-Nazis that are helping him fight this war right now, and if they're not going to be too shy about like kicking him out of office. I don't think so. Like I'm saying, I don't even blame the guy. I'm just saying it's not a great look.
He is in a tight spot. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's not optimal situation for old Vladimir.
You see me? Fuck was that?
There it is. Fuck yeah. Get ready. Get ready to forget all about that war and soothe on into the Under Siege sound.
Mr. Steven Seagal, fly down to Jamaica and say one the baddest girl. So them send for Lady Stark, I don't know my raw. You see me? So girl, what you really want tonight? Me want the body if you make me feel nice. Boy, tell me what you really want all night. Me want the bananas if you make me nice. Me want the body, if you want the punani. I mean, know it nice. So
and that's Steven Seagal.
That's him, right?
Look at that, but you shouldn't do that. Because this is just a pity not to get together her kitty. When me I fling it up your bed.
Nancy's titties. Why does he look like Stevie Ray? He's going for the Stevie Ray Vaughan here.
Yeah.
Like with the album cover.
Isn't he a Russian citizen right now? Like, because I'm not sure whether to call him an American treasure or a Russian treasure, but either way, the guy's a fucking treasure.
Oh, that guy's Putin's boy. That guy's Putin's boy. Didn't he beat with Putin?
I'm pretty sure he did, but like I think he has Russian citizenship if I remember right. I may be pulling that completely out of my ass, but I think I heard that somewhere.
Oh, please.
Back it up when me and dash it up. Make sure you black it up. If you ever flap it up, then me and go lock it up. Park it up like Benji hold up. So, me want the body if you make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
You want the bananas if I make me nice. Me love the way you rock sometimes the way you talk is so.
I didn't know Steven Seagal was into reggaeton. Oh fuck! Like, are we gonna see a Pitbull Steven Seagal collab? Oh, that'd be amazing. And Sean Paul, Pitbull, and Steven Seagal.
Why am I so surprised it's so vulgar? Like, I shouldn't be surprised.
It's kind of jarring, but it's also the fact that he's singing like a Jamaican dude is also a little bit jarring. So
now you know, let's have a shot of rum. Then me can make you come with me to the ocean. That would be fine. You can be my boat.
Okay, Nancy's from that.
Bring it to you.
The show's got to be
Oh my
called.
God.
The show's got to be called "Shot of Rum Will Make You Come."
like, we can do that. Deal. Fucking nailed it. Let me write that down.
Shot of cum.
Write that down.
Shot of
cum
rum
will make me come. Shot of rum.
Shot of cum will make you rum. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
And you know what? Without the internet, we wouldn't have this.
I know.
Undefeated.
So he's a national treasure. I just don't know what national origin. Like what to call.
I mean,
him
it
anymore.
says here he has citizenship in the U.S., Serbia, and Russia. All right.
Oh fuck! So he's a tri-national treasure.
He's a world treasure. He's a world treasure.
Yeah.
Yo, this a gal and I blow me rather wind up slow. When me turn it around, you have to come tomorrow. In case you never know, me start me whole show. Me tell you from start, me no go down low. Let's do it all night from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, you tell me oh it nice. It's quite alright. Water run from the pipe. I love it like that, but I won't bite. So.
This was 14 years ago. He was ahead of his time. Like. This type of music like dominates in the Hispanic community. So he was Steven Seagal a time traveler? He might be. Oh, you know, let's finish this song, but we gotta we'll come back on the Patreon side of things. We'll talk about the Mexican aliens.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Why not slow when me turn it around? You have to come tomorrow. In case you never know, me start me whole show. Me tell you from start, me no go down low. Let's do it all night from the left to the right. Say my name Steve, you tell me oh it nice. It's quite alright. Water run from the pipe. I love it like that, but I won't bite.
Girl, what you really want all night?
Me want the body if you make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
Me want the bananas if you make me nice.
Me want the body, me want the punani. I mean do it nice.
I feel like they said come and punani.
Girl, what you really want all night?
Me want the body if you make me feel nice. Why? Tell me what you really want
like
all
his,
night.
Me want the bananas if you make me nice.
Me want the body, me want the punani. I mean do it nice.
Dude, the next wedding I go to, I'm requesting this and grinding on my wife.
Fuck yeah.
Me want the body, me want the punani.
Strut.
I mean do it nice.
Steven Seagal.
I mean do it nice. I mean do it nice.
Fucking legend.
I mean do it nice.
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 Come and do it nice. Come and do it nice.
Move your ass. We're burning daylight. That's funny. All right. We'll be back.
Awesome.
guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints, masters and minions. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. Winners and losers, the weak and the strong ones, the young and the old, the right and the wrong ones. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. And you call it trick magic, might have fooled everybody, but you didn't pull nothing on me. Choose your battles, oh, bite your tongue, 'cause you know your words have wings. Bar your windows and lock your doors when the puppets start cutting their strings. And watch your step when you find yourself in the company of kings. Good luck and bad luck, hard times and easy street, fortune and failure, dirt roads and concrete, the rich and the poor, the will and the way, the love and the hate, the night and the day. And you polish trick magic, might have fooled everybody, but you didn't pull nothing on me. Choose your battles, oh, bite your tongue, 'cause you know your words have wings. Bar your windows and lock your doors when the puppets start cutting their strings. And watch your step when you find yourself in the company of kings. Good guys and bad